Same sticks, same store, 9 months apart. This is the exact same 32GB DDR5 kit. Same model number, same shelf. In one screenshot, it costs one price. In the other, roughly double. And the easy answer is inflation. Prices go up, everything got expensive, move on. Except inflation doesn't double one specific product in 9 months, while the rest of the store barely moves. This wasn't the economy. Someone specific took your RAM off the table before you ever got to it. And I can name them. Give me a few minutes and I'll show you the mechanism, the number, and the one thing you can actually do about it. Start with the thing itself, not the kit. The chip, a single DDR5 memory chip. According to spot market tracking, the kind Tom's Hardware compiles in its RAM price index, a common DDR5 chip sold for around $6.84 in September of 2025. By December, that same chip was trading near $27. That's not a markup. That's nearly a fourfold move on the raw component in about a quarter. It roughly tripled and then kept going. And here's the thing I have to admit. I'd never once thought about what a stick of RAM costs to make. Probably neither had you. That's about to change, because spot prices are just the visible part. The real signal is in the contracts. TrendForce initially forecast contract DRAM pricing up around 60% in the first quarter of 2026. By the time the quarter actually closed, the real number was closer to 95%. Even the analysts who track this for a living underestimated it. And if you watched my video on why your SSD got slower and more expensive, this next part will feel familiar. NAND flash, the memory inside your SSD, is up more than 246% since the start of 2025. So we've got two different kinds of memory, made in different factories, by overlapping companies, spiking at the same time. When two separate products move together like that, it's almost never demand from people like us. It's a supply decision made upstream. Who made that decision? Hold that. There are effectively 3 companies on Earth that make the memory in your computer. Samsung, SK Hynix, Micron. These 3 didn't lose the ability to make your RAM. They chose to make something else with the same factories. That something else is called HBM, high bandwidth memory. Normal RAM lays memory chips out flat, side by side. HBM takes those same dies and stacks them straight up, then drills connections down through the whole tower. Die stacking. It's like the difference between a single-story warehouse and a skyscraper on the same lot. Same footprint, a lot more inside. Enormous bandwidth in a tiny space, which is exactly what an AI accelerator needs. And that same stack, sold as HBM for a data center, is worth roughly 3 to 5 times more per wafer than it would be as a desktop DIMM. Here's the catch. A wafer is finite. Every wafer they dedicate to HBM is a wafer that never becomes consumer RAM, a zero-sum game, and they picked. So the scarcity you're feeling isn't a shortage of the ability to make RAM. It's a decision to make something more valuable instead, with you as the line item that gets dropped. The RAM didn't vanish. It got outbid. If this kind of breakdown is useful, you can support the channel on Patreon or by becoming a member. And this isn't just my read of a spreadsheet. On June 25th, 2026, plaintiffs filed a federal antitrust lawsuit against all 3 companies. The complaint accuses them of using the HBM shift as cover to choke off commodity memory and inflate prices roughly 700% over 4 years. Samsung and SK Hynix have been here before. They pleaded guilty to DRAM price fixing back in the 2000s. The allegations are unproven, but the mechanism laid out in that federal complaint is the exact mechanism I just walked you through. The buyers are the hyperscalers. In 2026, the combined capex of the 5 biggest is projected to pass $600 billion, up more than a third year over year. IDC and TrendForce have been flagging this trajectory for months. Your 64GB kit wasn't competing against another gamer. It was competing against Microsoft's procurement budget, and you lost. The forecasts show elevated pricing running all the way into 2028. This isn't a bad quarter, it's a regime. Every other video tells you to panic buy. I'll tell you the opposite. You can't outbid Microsoft, but you can need less RAM. The industry made memory expensive. Software made it necessary. And only one of those 2 is actually under your control. 1, your browser. Every open tab is a small, isolated process, holding its own slice of memory. 40 tabs isn't multitasking. It's a memory tax. 2, Electron apps. Slack, Discord, your code editor. Each one is a full Chromium browser wrapped around a single app, quietly eating the RAM these 3 companies just made expensive. Swap for native where you can. It's often hundreds of megabytes back per app. 3, a lighter OS hands you back RAM the manufacturers just repriced. Browser, Electron, bloat. All 3 are things the market can't take from you. For years, I treated RAM as basically free. Just add more. That exact habit is what this build-out is now charging me for. Prices didn't rise because the thing got harder to make. They rose because someone more valuable wanted the same wafer. You didn't get outpriced. You got outbid. Whether a court agrees is still open. The wafer math already gave you the answer. And it's the same crime I documented in my video on why your SSD got slower and more expensive. Same fabs. Same 3 companies. Same zero-sum wafer. Different victim. Go see the first half of the story.